Alright, just testing mic before we start. Hopefully it's loud enough. It's loud enough. Might turn the music down actually, might be a smart idea first. That's better, okay. Jeez, I just need to get, yeah. Testing mic before we start. Hopefully it's loud enough. It's loud enough. Might turn the music down actually, might be a smart idea first. That's better, okay. Okay, it's sounding pretty good actually, but that's only when I'm right next to my mic, so if I'm speaking a little bit away, how's that if I'm speaking from here? Okay, that's not too bad. I'll just try and be as close to my mic as possible. That's really all I can do. Alright, let's check in. Do we got anyone watching? Shadow Lounge, of course, first one in, first served. How are we, mate? Covered you on time to What, I wasn't on time last time? Yeah, busy stuff last time. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I'm always coming on around 12 o'clock or 12 a.m. my time. So, yeah, I guess so. I guess I'm on time. You're a dead quiet. I'm guessing quiet. You're a dead quiet. Well, I was checking back my stream. I sounded good. So I don't know what's going on your side. I'm only quiet when I'm like further away from my mic. So you might be, or you might be listening to me through my, when I was listening to my stream back on my phone. That's maybe how you're listening to it. I can check my computer. Maybe it might be different. I'm only quiet when I'm like further away from my mic. So you might be listening to. That's weird. On my computer, I sound quiet as fuck, even when I'm next to my mic. But on my phone, I sound really, like, not amazing, but I sound good, like, clearly. You can hear me clearly, and I'm loud enough. So I really don't know what's going on. And my mic, again, my output's turned up to max. So, yeah, I don't really know what to do. If my phone, if it sounds good on my phone, then I can't, like, I really don't know what's going on. And my mic, again, yeah, I mean, I can hear myself through my headset on my phones there, so I'm not sure what's going on. Got my headphones on full volume. Yeah, I mean, again, like I said, it's something that I just need to just look at and fix, like, properly, one time. And at the moment, I guess it's not that I don't care. I think it's just that, like, I cannot be stuffed. I just kind of want to play Danganronpa and stream it. And if you can at least moderately hear me, then I don't mind. Like I said, I'm not trying to be a professional here. Just trying to have some fun. So I think I will definitely get it fixed, and we'll get either a better mic or just figure out a way I can fix this, and then I should be good. I mean, we'll see. Like I said, if on my system, if I sound fine, yeah, if I sound fine on my stream on my end, there's not really much, like, I don't know what I can do on your end there, Shadow. It probably is on my end. It's probably not you. Still, there might be, it could be a connection thing, but on my stream, I sound fine. Like, it's not perfect, but it's good enough to where you can hear me. And I just need to make sure I'm staying right next to my microphone. And I probably should be in Facecam right now. I don't know why I was in starting stream soon when the stream's already started, because I'm talking. Fucking hell. What's up? Anyway, what's going on? What's happening? Like I said, as long as you can hear me to an extent, then that's fine for now. That's all I really care about. I just want to play some games. I want to play some video games. That's what I want to do. That is my goal. And that is what I'm going to do. We are up to a really good part right now. First death, Psycho is dead. And my goal tonight, I mean, I don't have anything on tomorrow, besides going to the gym, but I'll probably do that in the evening. So I guess I can't even wake up early, feed my animals and all that, feed the cat and dogs. So because my brother's got work and he probably won't do it, knowing him. So maybe I will wake up early, but then head back to bed, sleep, catch up on sleep. But I want to play the first I want to try and finish the first trial, because I don't think the first trial is too long in the first game. I think it's like only an hour and a half, right? And I think maybe the case is only an hour, so I think it shouldn't be too bad. What do you say there, Shadow? Here is the line, my friend. Said that I promised yesterday your biggest struggle in Persona 5. Sure, I guess so. I guess that's what you can say. Okay. Well, I just kind of want to get straight into it, if being completely honest. I want to get straight into it. Yeah, it's weird. Like I sound like I'm listening to myself back on my computer. I sound a bit quiet, but it probably is just my headphones. Like my headphones are not great. But I listen like this is my phone, and it's like this is my phone. I sound. That's me further away from my mic. That part, and I sounded fine. Yeah, again, loud. Yeah, again, Shadow. There's not really. There's not much I can do at the moment. I'm not spending 30 minutes trying to fix it and get it perfect. I reckon I will. Maybe tomorrow if I have time and I'm up to it, I might go through and just really try and like do some like recordings, just practice and make sure that I can get it to a good volume, because I want to be like sitting back here and still be capturing good audio, but I really have to hunch over a bit and speak here. Oh, excuse me, for the best audio. So it's a bit sucky, but that's just kind of how it is. But hey, Shadow, you're the man though for sticking with me. So thanks. All right. Oh, I just want to get straight into this though, because I want to play some games. I'm a little tired, a little bit, because again, last night I went to bed at like 3, woke up at 7:30 in the morning. Jeez, that's loud all the time. So yeah, like, and then I've been busy all day. I had work for 6 hours. Options, always change the volume first. That to lowest. Sound effects to there. Okay, yeah, that's what I want, so it's not too freaking annoying. Okay. You expect a Steam gift card. Mate, if I was rich, bro, then yes, definitely. You'll be the first one I'll give a Steam gift card to. But as for now, bro, I gotta pay fucking rent. Shit's fucked, man. I gotta pay a lot of rent. 550 a fortnight. That's a lot. At least for me, that's a lot. It's not good, man. I'm just getting by, bro. Yeah, my stream's got to take off so I can actually pay rent properly. Channel mic. Sorry. Yeah, there we go. Back in the game. So we've got a nice roadmap. Complete language change. Yeah, no, I wanted to play Danganronpa in Japanese with English subtitles, but I was like, bro, I have to read every single thing, and the English voice acting is great, though. In this, I think it's really like, I think almost every character is amazing in it. They do such a good job. So, and I'm used to the English voices, so that's how I've just kind of how I've done it. So I could maybe play Japanese at one point, or give it a shot a little bit in Japanese, but I don't know, man. English is just fine with me. The Japanese voice acting is great though, because I watched the anime in sub and they were good. And I think they're not all the same voice actors, but I think majority of them are. I know in dub there's kind of half and half, and then the sub I think is kind of the same. All right. Anyway, we're up to a good part, so I just want to get straight into it. And we are gonna have a fun one. I think this is gonna be a good episode. First trial, I'm down to get into it. Let's just grind it out. When I opened my eyes, I found myself staring at a huge ceiling. It was a ceiling I remember seeing before. When I sat up, I saw someone looking at me. Again, it was someone I'd seen before. You're awake, finally. Are you okay? Now's no time for sleeping. Get your ass up. Huh? You were unconscious, dude. I had to carry you back here. It's not a surprise considering what happened. What happened? Yeah! Hey, are you okay? So it wasn't a dream. What I saw, it was real? That's right. It really did happen. That's right. It really did happen. Byakuya is hard, man. Byakuya and Kyoko, they're the hardest ones to get because they're kind of like, they're stern but pretty monotone voices. Like, I think Byakuya's kind of like this. Like, that's right. It really did happen. You know, kind of like that. But it's, I don't know, a bit American. Get that American poshness. It's not an English posh. I think it's an American posh is what I get from big, like an American, like a arrogant, rich American kind of guy. That's what I get from him. Psych is dead. The dark despair worked its way through my body and then exploded out of me. I shot up and took off running. Hey, where do you think you're going? I have to see for myself. I have to see if Psyche is... If Psyche is... You can check once, twice, 1,000 times. Psyche is completely and irrevocably dead. No, I have to see for myself. Listen to us, man. What do you think is gonna happen if you go out there? What good is it gonna do if we're sitting around here? I mean, why are we all hanging out in the gym at a time like this? Our friend Psyche, she's dead. Dead. When I said that, it finally hit me. Yeah, she did. I realized she was gone.
Calm down.
None of us want to be here right now either. Then why? Shouldn't it be obvious? Monokuma, he told us all to come here. Well, hold on, don't think like that. We all protested it. I mean, remember the terrible price Psyche had to pay. But
So...
I'm the one who's convinced them. I'm the one who convinced them to come. Right now, we need to do whatever he says. We're his prisoners, right? It's not a good idea to defy him without a reason. We don't need to make any more sacrifices than we already have. Why should we listen to anything he has to say? It's obvious he's the one who killed Psyche.
Wrong.
I would never do that. If you can believe anything, you can believe that. Hey, he's here again.
Hey,
Unless someone violates a school regulation, I absolutely will not interfere. I can promise you, I won't do anything that goes against the purpose of your school life here.
enough.
I'm famous at safari parks throughout the world for following the bare time one's rule.
But...
Then who did it? Who killed her?
on.
You already know the answer. The one who killed her is one of you. No matter reply for that. One of us killed Psyche? Told you that's stupid. That's... Huh? What? What's the matter? You guys all look like you're about to see a dove get shot up with a Gatling gun. Don't you remember what I told you when this all began? One of you decided to kill Psyche so that you could graduate. Someone just following the rules. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well...
You're lying, right? Of course he's lying. I'm telling you. Of course he's lying. I'm telling you who killed her.
Wrong.
Nope, sorry. One of you is now a bona fide killer. If they wanted to, the one who did it could testify to that little fact. What? Without thinking, I looked around at everyone. They all had the same look on their faces. Everyone looked at each other with a combination of fear, suspicion, and confusion. Are you serious?
What is this?
Someone killed someone? Sorry. Yep. It is amazing what some people are capable of.
Just hold on.
Hey, hold on. Don't just assume he's telling the truth.
Stop talking.
That's enough. Before we do anything else, I'd like to confirm something with this stuffed animal here. If one of us really did kill her, that person gets to graduate from the school, right? Huh?
Come on.
Don't play dumb. That's what he said, isn't it? If you kill someone, you get to leave. Why are you laughing? It's cause... Naive? You're just so naive. You think it's really that easy? You just kill someone and waltz on out of here?
Hey,
You're
come
super
on
naive,
now.
devilishly naive, hellishly naive. No. The real thing has just begun. The real thing?
Now then.
Are you ready? Allow me to explain the second part of the rule regarding graduation. Just like I explained here before, you must kill someone if you want to leave. However, and if you do that, there's still one more part to the agreement you have to uphold, remember?
Then perhaps.
Are you referring to the rule number 6? Are you referring to rule number 6 of the school regulations? If you are the black end that committed the murder, you can't be found out by the other students. That is what you are talking about, is it not?
In other words,
Bingo! It's not enough. It's just to just kill someone. You have to actually get away with it, which naturally means you need a system in place. Assess whether or not it's been gotten away. If it's been gotten away with. So a certain amount of time after a murder has taken place, a class trial will begin. Class trial? Yep, it begins a few hours after the murder. Everyone will gather together, including the blacken who committed the murder, and they and the spotless students will all engage in one big debate showdown.
During the trial, you'll have to present your arguments about who you think the blackened is. And once everything comes to an end, the outcome will be decided by popular vote. If the answer you've arrived at is correct, only the one that disturbed your peace will be punished. The rest may continue their communal life. However, if you choose poorly, then the one who got away with murder will survive, and the rest of you will receive your punishment.
Shit, man. People
Which
be
of
dying.
course means your
People be getting
school
killed.
life will come to an end. As far as class trial rules go, that's all there is to it.
well,
So my playthrough with my friend, I was took us to Jill to go in here. Good scene, I remember it's like chapter 5 or something. It was Jill and Hina having an argument, and it was them three talking. It's one of the moments I was really impressed by myself being able to switch tone and personality in an instant. Imagine saying cool. That is cool, man. Like it's I love the talent that a voice actor or actor can do, just in general. I mean that's what I'm trying to emulate here. The problem is with me is I stick with a voice and I actually get decent at it, but then yeah, going between characters, so going for like a high pitch, like what's it like, going to like a Hina character, like going from Hina down to like Mondo is like that switch can be a bit jarring. Or I think the most jarring is going from something similar, like a Hina and then like a Sayaka, which are pretty similar ranges, but there's just little tweaks to it. That's the hard part, but. You gotta be a professional voice actor to pull that shit off, and I ain't. I'm just a dude that finds it fun. So, what exactly is this punishment you keep talking about? Oh, well, to put it simply, it's execution. Execution?
what?
And by execution, you mean?
Execution is execution. Execution! Electric chair! Bzz, bzz, poison gas! Torn apart like a paper plane in a hurricane!
I'd like to see the last one as an execution. That'd be fun. Torn apart like a paper plane in a hurricane, dude. That'd be a sick execution. Just fucking send in a hurricane. I don't know. I think Human Torch's ult in Marvel Rivals will do well. So to make sure I understand, if we get the culprit right, then only they die. But if we get it wrong, the rest of us get executed.
Well done!
What a smart little chimpanzee you are. Look at you, implying you didn't do it without actually saying it. So it's basically what the outside world calls a lay judge system, or an inquisitor type thing, which means you'll be deciding who you think the killer is. But judge carefully because all your lives are on the line. Okay, let me just add the rule that I just described to your handbook. Make sure to keep it in mind.
Hey!
Damn. Wait, hold on a
What
second.
are you talking about?
You're freaking insane, you know that? Huh?
What the?
A class trial? What the hell is that? I don't want anything to do
What's
with it.
this?
Why not?
Stop it!
What do you mean, why not? Why do I have to waste my time trying to figure out who murdered someone? What are you saying? You're not gonna participate in the trial? Only punishment awaits such blemish.
What are you talking about?
Blasphemy. What punishment?
Hmm.
I don't know, if they're in a deep, dark, scary prison or
Shut the
something.
hell up!
Shut the hell up. Say whatever you want. I'm not gonna be a part of this.
I don't
Don't
believe
be
it.
so selfish.
Stop it!
You're the one being selfish. You're the one being selfish. Kill whoever you want. It's got nothing to do with me. The evil standing here before me. I'm trembling with fear. But I won't give in to such evil. It's my style to stick it out and resist to the very end. If you really want to get out of here, you have to go through me first. As he said that, he came charging at us, although it was more of a waddle. And then... oh shit. Thank God there's some shadows in here, guys. Oh my God, that would have been
Are
crazy.
you enjoying yourself now?
Are you?
Huh?
Violence against Headmaster Monokuma is not allowed. You violated a school regulation. I invoke the mighty summon spell. Help to me, godly spear, Gunyear.
Alright, here we go. God damn. Oh, it's for the boob. Damn, that sucks.
This wasn't supposed to. Why me?
Suddenly right at the end, her eyes shot wide open. And just like that, she never moved again.
No way!
What the? I don't... This can't be real. No way!
Well, now.
Now, I am painfully aware of the great power and meaning of a promise. I really wanted to keep a corpse from popping up from no good reason, you know. But I guess y'all need to be taught a lesson after all. What an amazing promise. But now you guys understand, right?
Now you see just how serious I am. Defy me and you get shot full of holes.
Yeah, where the fuck do those spears come
buried
from? The ground?
alive,
The walls?
disintegrated, etc.
Ceiling?
So, if
Excellent.
you don't want that to happen to you, you'd best obey those school regulations.
Jinko's body had been impaled with a bunch of spears. An unbelievable amount of blood started pouring out of her body. It was the first time I've seen it, the moment someone's life came to an end. Nobody there could deny what they'd seen. Junko, who until just a second ago had been a friend, was dead. She died. She's been murdered. In simple terms, it was the death of a human being.
Hey,
It's really not that shocking. She just died, that's all. She just went and died. It's not more remarkable than the inevitable demise of the entire human race. It's as natural as the eventual end of the world itself. This isn't some superhero comic. It's not like that when you die, you didn't really die. This is reality.
Why?
Why did you have to kill her? Didn't you say you would put her in prison or something? Yeah, I did change my
I
mind.
knew it.
No, you've been wanting to kill this entire
say
time.
what?
Kill the entire time? Don't be silly. You can't kill that. You can't kill time. Or are you being metaphorical? Are you saying I wanted to waste time this whole time? Come on, what do you take from me? I'm Monokuma. Anyway, none of that really matters now. I have something I'd like to give you to help you in your search for the Black Hand. This little file has all the information I've gathered about the death in question. I like to call it
The Monokuma file.
the Monokuma file. I mean, naturally, you guys aren't experts at this kind of thing, so you can only do so much with a corpse. So instead, I've gathered up everything I know about the circumstances and cause of death. What's that? How do I know the cause of death, you ask? Because the surveilling tower picked up the whole thing. I gotta see it all go down, baby.
So then,
Wait, so then you know who killed Sayaka? Of course I do. If I didn't, I couldn't possibly pass a fair and accurate judgment during the trial. How could I?
correct.
That's a good point. The judge has to be able to make the proper decision. That's somehow comforting.
Well,
And now then, please put your full effort behind your investigation. After all, you don't have any choice but to give it your best shot. Seriously, you don't have a choice. Okay, so we'll meet up for the class trial in a little while. The reason why it's censored is because they were being family friendly for a young time. Yeah, no, that's one thing I know. I know they originally, I think they did an alpha or a beta or something. They did that first version. It's probably like a demo version where it was like actual blood. Like I think it was, by remembering the demo, I think it was Leon that was dead, I believe. And then I think you only played the case and then half the trial or something like that. Which I thought was very interesting. And then they did an execution for Leon, and it was like all red and bloody. I remember I saw that, and I thought that was very interesting. And I don't mind it. It stylizes it a bit more. I feel like if it was blood, it would take out a bit of the kind of vibe that you get from the game. Like, I feel like if it was like actually like violent, I feel like it just wouldn't, with the tone it's going for, it wouldn't translate. I think the pink blood is perfect for the tone that it's giving. Because it's it's weird because it's such like a wacky series, but with just such serious fucking shit going on. It balances the tone so well. I love it. I love it so much. And with that, Monaco disappeared once again. He left something confused. He left us at a total loss. He left us with Junko's dead body growing colder right in front of us. And for who knows how long, nobody said a word. The fact that Sayaka and Junko were dead was a huge shock, of course, but there was more to it than that. It was also the idea that one of us had actually murdered someone, and that if we didn't find out who it was, we would all die here. We would find ourselves in a situation where we couldn't help but look at each other with open suspicion. It was the worst situation imaginable. Fuck's sake, imaginable. And yet, even in such a perversely terrible situation, she didn't know the slightest hint that it had gotten to her. Now's not the time to wallow in a depression. The worst thing we can do right now is lose our faith in each other. That will lead to the same disastrous result as having total faith in everyone else. Huh?
In other words,
cooperation is absolutely key at this point. Who you decide to trust or not trust is of course up to you. Continuing to think about and talk about the deceased certainly isn't going to help anything.
What the heck?
Saying stuff like that is just... How many times have I told you anyone who can't adapt will die? Death is the only thing awaiting those who are unable or unwilling to adapt. If that happens, you only have yourself to blame.
Terrible.
What an awful thing to say, especially after what just
Just a second.
happened. Right now, exposing the kill is the most important thing. Because if you don't, we're all going to die here. She's right. She's right. We need to begin our search right away.
Of course.
Either way, we can't run away from the situation, so we have no choice but to move forward. We just have to do it, I guess. What other choice do we have? No way in hell am I letting someone kill me. Alright, damn it, let's do this. We just have to do it. Everyone kept repeating that sentiment. They were using it like a mantra to keep themselves strong. But they're right, we just have to do this. No matter how much we don't want to, we have no choice. If that's what it takes to survive, then that's what we have to do. On top of that, there was something I needed to find out. I had to know why Sayaka had to die. Why she had to be the one. I'm terrified to find out, but still, I have to know. Otherwise, I knew I'd never be able to accept her death. Which is why I don't have any choice. I have to do this.
hey,
Before we start searching for Sayaka's killer, we need to decide what to do about securing the crime scene. What do you mean? You're thinking of putting someone as on guard duty so nobody can disturb the area, aren't you? After all, if the culprit decides to destroy the evidence, we're pretty much screwed.
Hey,
In that case, I don't mind doing it. I don't like having to think anyway. I'll let you guys figure out who killed the chick. Okay, then we can let Mondo look after the scene. Well, no, we can't just leave him there
What?
alone. What? Why the hell not?
stop talking.
Isn't it obvious? If you were the culprit, what's the first thing you would do? By volunteering for guard duty, you're in a position to destroy all the evidence you want. What the fuck you? Fine then, I'll stay there on guard duty as well. That way there's no problem. Two-player co-op defense with the two of them with their stats, they're totally OP. Since we won't be able to help investigate, we're putting our faith in the rest of you. I'm still pretty freaked out, but I'll try.
just a second.
Hold on, huh? Before we begin the investigation, is there something else we need to discuss? Oh yeah,
Anyway,
we're gonna find out who the killer is. Because if we don't, we're all going to die here. Oh, fuck. What am I doing? Who do I have to talk to again? Presents. Oh. I place my hand on Junko's lifeless body. I touched her wrist to check for a pulse, like I do in the movies and stuff, but she really is dead. Wasn't anything else to say, she was gone. I don't know why he even tried to bother. I don't know why he tried to bother check after those injuries and losing that much blood. Frankly, I'd be shocked if she did survive something like that. Huh? Hold on. Oh, hold on. Just wait a sec. She's dead. That means everything that's happened so far is real. It's not a joke or whatever. It's really real.
Let me out of
Hell no.
here.
Someone save me. Let me out of here. Somebody help me.
What's your problem?
You're just now accepting that? Do I have to talk to again? Fuck, I always forget. Because I was thinking the report card. I can't really study it. If they're gonna Danganronpa before, I want them to distrust the original concept of Danganronpa. Okay. Shoot a game with multiple endings / branches story. That could be interesting. Multiple choice ending story. That could be cool. I think I heard people more casting for 3 games and 2 novels to simply. Damn, dude. Shadow plus the main prologue killing game as the start of my timeline. Gonna make more games in just the future. I would make my. Which leads. Yeah, no, I like the idea of a overall branching timeline, like multiple branches in the mainline story. I always find that so interesting.
Oh.
So you finally noticed? Huh? Noticed what? I was looking through my Lacuna file we received, and I noticed something very obvious and very unusual. Huh? What are you talking about? Go ahead, take a look. Notice anything interesting about where Sayaka died? She died in Makoto's dorm. She's right. Then could it be? Oh, someone gets her. Hold on a second. You got it all wrong. For just one night, I traded rooms with her. I did it because she was afraid.
What the heck?
You expect us to believe that? Just tell us the truth. The look in everyone's eyes had done a complete 180 from just a few minutes earlier. The feeling of suspicion and fear had returned in other orders. You think I did it?
So then,
Are we all done talking? We need to begin our investigation soon. As soon. At this point, we should split up. We need to get to the bottom of this and find out who killed Sayaka. We have to collect clues to form a foundation, then construct an argument to come to a final decision. If we get this wrong, well, do I really have to say anymore?
Actually,
I'd rather you didn't know.
goodbye.
Anyone pray for good luck. With that, Kyoko hurried out of the gym. I'll be going too. Just Kyoko was going before I realized it. Oh yeah, I'm on guard duty, huh? I better head to the scene of the crime. That's
Hey,
right.
Damn it.
Let me just say this right now. If whatever son of a bitch did this is here right now, and they're thinking of destroying the evidence,
Fucking dead.
they better not let me find them. I'll skip the trial and cave the goddamn skull in myself. I'm serious, I'll fuck them up. They were saying the sucker. But I mean, you're not detectives or anything, you know? And we're not gonna investigate a murder. How do we even do something like that?
anyway,
We don't really have to do anything in particular. We already know who killed Sayaka. Are you implying it was you? I'm telling you, it wasn't me. Don't come any closer. You're gonna kill me next. Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt to give it a shot. It's not for sure that Makoto's guilty yet. That's true. We may as well at least check we at least check just to check. If I wanted to, I couldn't help investigate. Wait, why not? I'm not good with blood. All it takes is one glimpse and I black out. Well, whatever. I don't think anyone was expecting much from you anyways. Alright, I guess better get going. Wait, don't you go yet? Don't go yet. You have to hear me out. But it's pointless. Everyone had already left. Their party looks at me looking still being filled with suspicion. Oh, my back. Oh, yo. My back. Oh, my God. Everyone thinks I'm the killer. How did it turn out like this? Seriously, they got it all wrong. Why do they have to suspect me? I have to do something. Otherwise, everyone will...
Execution electric.
Yeah. I can't let that happen. I can't let things turn out the way Monokuma wants. All I have to do is find out who really did it. Who really killed Sayaka. Alright, investigate. Guess you should look through the Monokuma file before you started. Alright. I love the investigation. The victim was Sayaka Meisner. The time of death is estimated to be around 1:30 AM. The body was discovered in Makoto's room in the dormitory. All evidence suggests that the death took place in the bathroom. The cause of death was a stab wound to the abdomen. There was also an injury to her right wrist. Specifically, the wrist appears to have suffered a fracture. We have no choice but to push forward if we want to find out what happened. Someone have to find out the truth so that we can all survive. And for Sayaka, I have to find out how she was killed. File 1 has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Alright, so this guy's just freaking out. No way, seriously, I don't want to die here. I'm begging you, God, Buddha, Mother Earth, God of space, King Neptune, help me. I don't care who it is, just get me out of here. Who doesn't seem prepared to do any kind of investigating right now? Are you gonna help the investigation, Chihiro? But I can't leave Junko here. I feel so sorry for her. I have to stay with her. Oh wait, fuck's sake. Let's get the fuck out of here. First of all, I should head to the scene of the crime, my room. We won't make any progression without investigating there. True. Sayaka's corpse still remains. But examine the state of my room a little closer. That might reveal something new. Alright. Roller. There's less than there is before. Sayaka, see how dirty my room was. I'll decide to clean up a little bit. Wouldn't that be a true bullet? The toolkit is still included in the drawer. I don't see any evidence that it's been used. Which makes sense, I guess. I mean, it's mine and I haven't had any reason to open it. I can't even imagine a situation where I need a toolkit like this. Yeah, seriously.
Why?
Armando.
Why?
We're not exactly in the mood to be building fucking furniture right now. So you haven't used yours either then.
What?
Not just me. Nobody busted theirs out yet, as far as I know. Actually, we were talking about it yesterday.
By the way,
None of the guys have opened their toolkits yet, cause like, why the hell would they? Toolkit has been added to the troop bullets. This is the replica sword I brought back to self-defense. Does this mean it was used in the attack somehow? And plus, it's been taken out of its sheath. I hadn't actually looked at the blade itself till now. I shouldn't be surprised. It's coated in gold too. On top of that, some of the gold coating has come off of the part of the blade and the handle. Yeah, the handle especially is missing a lot of its coating. I remember the coating sticks to you even if you just touch it a little bit. There's a key on the ground. It has the name on it. So this must be my room key. If I remember correctly. That's right. We just have to trade your room keys. Yeah. When we switch rooms, we switch keys too. So Sayaka would have had the keys here in my room the entire time. But wait, if that's true then, how did the killer get into the room in the first place? Did Sayaka forgot to lock the door? No, that seems impossible. Same goes for you, Sayaka, no matter who it is on the door. Yeah. I'd say that there's no way she would have forgotten to lock it or open it for any reason. Or maybe she dropped the key somewhere and someone else grabbed it or something. No, that's not possible either. Cycle's in here when we switch rooms. With how scared she was, she wouldn't have gone walking around, so she wouldn't have dropped it. So how did the killer... okay. Switching rooms has been added to the troop bullet selection of your handbook. There's scratches and gouges on my walls and bed. Is that evidence of a struggle? Looks like there must be been some kind of fight in my room. Damn it! I was right. There was another room. If only I'd heard something. Would not have been possible, huh? Don't you remember all of our rooms are completely soundproof? So something could have happened in the room next to you, and there would have been no way you could know. Perhaps it was another of Monokuma's strategies, creating an ideal setting for murder. Struggle, soundproof room. Sheath. This is the replica sword I brought back for self-defense. Doesn't mean it was used in the attack somehow. And plus the sword has been taken out, so it's just a sheath, but, huh? There's some scratches on the sheath. They must have been made with something sharp. But how's the sheath get scratched up in the first place? Even if someone used a sword during the struggle, it doesn't make sense for the sheath to be damaged. I mean, if you're going to attack someone with a sword, the first thing you'll do is unsheath it. A heavy sheath like this would only get in the way. It could just slide off in the middle of the fight. So why are there scratches on the sheath? Sheath has been added. Bed. Go to the bed, someone attacked it. What happened here? Okay. The scratches and gouges on the walls in bed. Is that evidence of struggle? Okay, so it's saying here as well. Yeah.
Well,
Show you, yeah. Okay. Sakura, do you think I'm guilty too? I try not to make assumptions like that. I simply don't know whether or not you did this. What decision the rest of you come up with, I will follow your lead. I see.
By the way,
You know, I realized something while I was on guard. Oh wait, why am I talking about? You know, I realized something while I was on guard. The killer could have also already destroyed some evidence, right? Before anyone could find the body. I mean, the trash room here in the dorms, right? They could have tossed some stuff out there. Yeah, that's definitely possible.
you son of a bitch!
That dirty bastard.
Shit.
Anyone who raises their hand to a woman is scum. That deserves death. That's what my
You're
brother's taught.
fucking dead.
So if I ever find out the son of a bitch that did this, I'm gonna pound this goddamn face in. But what if it was a girl that did it?
Yo.
That'll get sorted out when the time comes. That's a good point. Okay. The space stand on the sword. Yeah, okay. Kyoko. Hey Kyoko. I quietly called her name while she was investigating the area. But
What are you doing? Isn't it obvious?
No, not really.
I'm searching.
Searching?
again, thank God for the shadows, am I right? So the theory I came up with was the baseball bat theory. I was blind, basically. Some good points there. She was down on her knees,
Did
carefully
you lose a
inspecting everything.
contact or something?
What she's doing is nothing, but she seems to be concentrating pretty hard. With these displays, she suddenly stood up
Listen.
straight and said, "Are you a clean freak?" No, I don't think so, but why? Notice she glanced around my room one more time.
See.
Interesting.
Hey,
What's interesting? Just as I expected. There's something very unusual about this room. Unusual? What do you mean? I've searched your floor from one corner to another. I didn't find one single strand of hair.
Indeed.
Really? Not one hair from the victim, and not one hair from you, even though you've been living in here. You know, now that you mention it, I noticed something while I was looking around before. It looked like the lint roll in my room was being used. But I never touched it. Could someone have used it? Very interesting. Your room didn't have a single hair in it, and someone used a lint roll without your knowledge? In other words, someone other than you came in and scrubbed your room clean. Was it Psycho or
Well-
the killer? That's the question, isn't it? Oh yeah. So here, I don't think they're really right now. Okay. Bathroom on the other side of this door. No, I can't let it get to me. I can't afford to freeze up now. Forcing myself to push my panic down, I stepped into the bathroom. Looking at her made it painfully clear it wasn't a dream or an illusion. She had lost everything that made her, Psycho. All at once I was overcome with dizziness, nausea, the urge to bust out into tears, but I can't hesitate now. But why did Psycho have to die? I had to uncover the truth. I had to find out what happened. I wanted to give up. I wanted to collapse, but that thought held me up and supported me. There we go. Looked past the wall behind her, and I saw... What? Leon. Fucking hell. There's obvious shit of it. Written in blood, the number's 11037. So the theory came over was when the base of my theory I was completely blind, basically 11037, jumping Psycho when she was sleeping, grabbed the sword, shape. So you think... So is that what you thought when you first played? Because I'm pretty sure that's not what happened, right? I don't think. Did Psycho do this? Little shells gets another night time. Yeah. So I simply couldn't face what I saw, but now's no time to think like that. Pulled the monocle file to verify what had been on her body. Some sort of sharp object had been thrust into her stomach. That must have been the killing blow. But whatever they used to kill her, where'd they get it? That's definitely something I should look into later. Also, according to my cooler file, Psycho right wrist is broken. Her wrist does look swollen and bloody, that's for sure. There's something sort of glittery there on her wrist too. Right there, where her wrist is swollen, there's something glittery. That definitely concerns me. Another thing that concerns me is, there's some blood on her left index finger, but that's it. The palms of both her hands are totally spotless. His wrist. Stabbing in her stomach has killed her, so she broke her wrist. It must have been happening early on. I know how. How would her wrist get broken after she'd already been killed? So it's very possible she broke her wrist during the struggle. The killer attacked Psycho in the main room, which is when her wrist got broken. After that, the killer cornered her in the bathroom, when they inflicted the deadly wound.
It would seem...
It looks like you found it, right, Makoto? The bloody numbers? That's most likely Psycho's dying message. I've never seen someone written in blood before. It really was her final message. It's as if she wrote it even with she wrote it with the life itself. Do you often talk like an inspiring poet? But the numbers she wrote, what do they mean? 11037. I have no idea what that could possibly mean. The way she wrote the numbers makes me think she wanted to use her body to block them. If she wrote them then in that location while she was sitting the way we found her, it means she must have written them by turning her hand towards the wall. If we were to write something in that position, do you know what the result would be? The result?
Well,
think about it. You're not gonna tell me? You need to uncover the mystery for the case yourself. Yeah, I need to play the game, bro. I can't just get all the answers given to me, which they basically already are right now, but that's okay. Otherwise the case will end and you will remain unconvinced. Unconvinced? Yeah. I have no idea what you're trying to say, but it's obvious you're not going to tell me. Dying message. Suddenly Coco knows what Psycho's dying message means, but honestly I have no idea. Oh, I know who I should talk to. When it comes to numbers, who's better asked than the ultimate programmer? There's one thing I wanted to ask you about. Do you know how the door to your bathroom got broken? Broken? Oh, you mean how it gets stuck? Gets stuck? Yeah, I guess I'm the only one, but the door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. When I first tried to use it, I thought it was just locked, but once you learn the trick, it opens no problem.
correct.
So the door doesn't quite fit the frame, huh? But actually, I'm referring to the broken doorknob.
That's
the
right.
Doorknob? You didn't notice? Well, just try closing the bathroom door and look. I'm sure you'll see right away what I'm talking about. I did prepare sound like the bathroom door. Huh? The doorknob? What the heck? The door is practically about to fall off. Why is it like this?
It would seem...
Someone must have used a screwdriver or something similar to unscrew it. Whatever it was, it's obvious this was intentional. What? It was intentional? Why would someone want to do that? I guess maybe they were trying to get the door unlocked and ended up breaking the whole thing. But my bathroom doesn't have a lock on it. Only the girls' bathrooms can lock, right? We stood there for a while, lost some thought. Then apparently stuck with a sudden realization, she shot a
Just
question
a
at me.
second.
I just have one more question for you. You mentioned earlier that your bathroom door would get stuck, right? Did you tell anyone about that? Well, I did tell Saika, but about it last night when we switched rooms. So what you're saying is only you and Saika knew about it? Interesting. She had the slightest hint of a smirk on her face. I got the sense that she was really starting to get into all this. Then that clears it up then. Huh? What clears what up? I'm
Goodbye.
lost. Well, see you later. Bruh. As if forgetting I was never been there, she suddenly turned and left the room. Bathroom doors being added to the doors. I don't really understand any of this, but I've already given my room a good once over. Maybe we should look around somewhere else. I should start looking to where the murder weapon might have come from. And also, I should look into the DVD Saika got. With Saika dead, I have no choice but to see for myself what was in our last video. And on top of that, I'm sure there are some other areas worth checking out too. Maybe we should see what everyone else thinks, if they'll even talk to me, that is. To be fair, this was intended for Japanese audiences who don't have our number system. That is a good point. That is a very good point. There, Shadow. Yeah, because like in English, you're like, oh, you can legit see the N written and all that. You're like, bro. It's kind of them putting in Japanese kanji. Kanji for us English speakers. Yeah. Fanfiction I want to say is, what if after defeating himself from Saika, Leon just went to the others and told them Saika tried to kill him. Saika would. Oh, so like instead of killing her, like he just left before killing her and then said, "Did Saika try to kill me?" And everyone went in. Yeah, that would be interesting. That'd be an interesting little circumstance. Saika would not be trusted. Huh? This is definitely my room, but the nameplate has Saika on it. Huh? This is Saika's room, but the nameplate has my name on it. The nameplates and rooms in Saika's room were switched. So all the effort I put in switching rooms without anyone knowing was totally pointless. But why would anyone do that? Interesting.
Seems like...
Something doesn't seem right. The Monokuma file said Saika was killed in your room. I can't stop thinking about it. Could it be the nameplate? Very strange. Mr. Nai, what was Miss Maizono doing in your room? Let me just say this. I absolutely were not allowed to dispose of any evidence in the trash room. Do you really think I'm guilty? Hey buddy.
Very strange.
So why was Saika in your room when she was killed? Could it be because you are the culprit? No, you've got it all wrong. Saika and I switched rooms last night. Didn't even try that suspicion in his face. Yeah, the way you said is absolute truth. You're still responsible for her death, wouldn't you say? Huh? After all, she wouldn't have died if she hadn't switched rooms with you, right? The reason Saika was killed is because I suggested we switch rooms. She's dead because of me. Then it should have been me that died. Well, all we can say right now is that it's a possibility. If that's really true, then yeah, you killed her. I want to look for... Oh, actually, I might go to the DVD first. Actually, no, I'll do the kitchen over here. You know, are you investigating the dining hall? Oh no, I'm just taking a break. Actually, I've been taking a break since we started. This is all a first for me, you know? I don't have the first clue what I should be doing. I know what you mean. I don't know why, but being in the dining hall helps me calm down. So I know I shouldn't, but I've just been kind of hanging around here. To tell the truth, I was doing the same thing last night when Sayaka was killed. What? She was here? All kinds of kitchen knives here. Two big ones, but some of them are missing. It's missing from the very beginning, or I'd better see if anyone else knows about it. Bunch of vegetables piled up. So, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess I'll talk to Hina because she was here. Well, bam. Hey, so did you notice that one of the kitchen knives is missing from the dining hall? Yeah, weird, huh? I thought it was kind of strange, a knife just suddenly disappearing like that. Oh, so was it missing from the beginning? Nope, last night I remember they were all lined up in a nice neat row. So when did you notice one of them had disappeared? Well, I went to go get some tea from the kitchen last night and all the knives were still there. When I finished my tea and went back into the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives were gone. So you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Yeah. In other words, you were right there in the dining hall when someone came and took it? Then you should be able to say for sure. You can tell everyone I didn't come into the dining hall last night. Which proves I didn't take it. Hell yeah. Oh, by the way, did you really kill Sayaka? What? Of course not. I would never. You know, do you really think I murdered her? Well, she was killed in your room, so I mean, I guess you guys are supposed to be friends, right? But you still killed her. On the other hand, two people becoming good friends, the one killing the other is a classic drama setup. So when you consider everything together, I honestly have no idea. Alright, so that's that cleared up. Is she here in here? Or is she still in the... Oh, was it here? So I thought she would have been here. Alright. Chihiro! Oh fuck, why am I retarded? I'm a little bit stupid. I need to go back here and grab the actual DVD from my room because it was in a trash can, wasn't it? Well, Sayaka's room. Yeah. Oh, bro. Trash can, DVD Sayaka's on it. Sayaka got really upset after seeing whatever was in this video. I don't know what she's found. It might not be directly related to the case, but it might be worth checking out. I'm sorry, Sayaka. I need to borrow this DVD. Alright, now I can go back. Luckily you run like a fucking Olympic god in here. Bro, imagine not sprinting. Imagine just walking around like this. Brother. Alright. Let's see what's on this DVD. The DVD that Psycho threw in the garbage. I sat down in front of the screen and put the DVD in the player. I pushed play and the screen was dark for a few seconds, but then it slowly appeared. It looked like some kind of concert, and standing on stage front and center was a face I recognized all too well, Sayaka. She was there along with her friends. She said it had been so important to her. She was positively glowing there in front of the crowd, so full of life. Seeing that image made it even harder to accept that she was dead. My vision started to blur and darken, and then that voice I'd come to despise so much began to float out of the speakers.
Sayaka Mizono, the ultimate pop sensation, lead singer for a world-famous all-girl pop band. For these girls, the glowing spotlight only made them that much more beautiful. But then...
So the screen went dark. The next moment, I saw something I couldn't hardly believe. What the? So he disappeared from the stage, which was now in ruins. But what I noticed even more than that was the figures of the other girls who had all simply collapsed.
This ultra-successful team suddenly fell apart. None of them will ever perform on stage again. None of them will ever feel the warmth of the spotlight. For Sayaka, there's simply nowhere for her to return to. So here's the billion-dollar question. What, oh what, could have caused the group to go to pieces?
That's pretty intense motive, especially saying that her whole world is that band, so... Yeah. About more than the video cuts off. What the hell? What the... That wasn't real, right? The Super Fans pop group, everyone knows who they are. If he's trying to say that he was even able to get it to them, if that really did happen, everyone in the outside world must be going crazy. What kind of person would take this so far? I'll take things so far. Alright, done in here.
Listen to me!
Do you have a second, Makoto? I've uncovered something most unusual. The door to everyone's dorm has a nameplate on it, to show whose room is in, right? Well, it just so happens... Wait, no, you might be the killer yourself. I can't say anything. Forget everything I just said. Forget it. Forget Beam. Sorry, just a little joke. Even I do jokes sometimes, haha. Bro, in times like this, man. I don't know, man. I need to hear about the numbers. Hey, Jiro, I was hoping I could ask you something. What is it? Before she died, Sayaka left a message. She wrote out the numbers 11037. Do you have any idea what those numbers might mean? Like, could they be a code or something? Sorry, no. Just like shook her head.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I just don't know. Okay, well, don't worry about it. Thanks anyway for trying. If she doesn't know. Or could she maybe know more than she's letting on? No, it couldn't be. Alright. So, DVD's been checked. Oh wait, did I check it in the AV room? Is there anything I missed? I don't think so. Okay, it just means that I had to do it go before. Alright. I'm gonna go to the classroom. Yeah, that's it, right?
Monokuma appears!
It's the end of the line! The trash room. This is where all the trash in the school eventually winds up. How do you know? How do you get this gate open?
You can't go any further!
No, it should be on this point. Only the person on cleaning duty is allowed in.
No, you can't go any further!
No, it should be on this point. Okay.
No, you can't go any further!
This is stupid. It'd be faster to just go around.
No, you can't go any further!
Oh wait, and I know exactly who's on cleaning duty. Here for me. Look for who's on cleaning duty. Cleaning duty. As a matter of fact, that's me. Why do you? As a matter of fact, that is me. Why do you ask? It just so happens Monokuma talked to me yesterday and asked me to take care of it. Fucking hell, wrong voice. You know what I mean? Without someone on cleaning duty, the school would be flooded with trash in no time. So I finally applied for the position. I was gonna start this morning, but after what happened, I haven't had a chance to get started. And since you're on cleaning duty, can you open the gate in front of the trash room? Of course! It's my job to gather up all the garbage and toss in the trash room. and to do that, they gave me the key for the trash room gate. But we're supposed to rotate once a week, so eventually you'll be in charge.
Strange.
Wait, hold on. You need a key to get in the trash room? Only the person on cleaning duty has access to the key? What's the point of going to all that trouble? Why not just leave the trash room open all the time so that we can throw things out whenever we want? That does seem more convenient. Actually, you know when he kills the first student, it becomes black and gretchen.
So that's it.
That must be why. If anyone can go in and out of the trash room whenever they wanted, then destroying evidence would be easy. The thrill would disappear and things would become boring. Boring.
Hey, listen.
Anyway, more important
Hey,
than
you
that.
bastard.
Hey, fatty, why'd you want to be cleaning? Why do you want to be the cleaning duty gig? Oh my, I can't speak, man. Hey, fatty, why do you want the cleaning duty gig, anyways? I just decided to volunteer for something. I knew no one else would want to do it. What's the big deal? Liar! I know why you did it.
Like,
You want to dig through all the girls' trash looking for it, you know, and poking around in it.
There's no way to think about
What are you
this in a
talking about?
common
All my
sense.
love is for
you know
Tootie.
what I mean?
But there's all kinds of trash diggers like that. Maybe you get tired of 2D and then turn to... I would never get tired of 2D. After spending a significant amount of time comparing 2D and 3D, I voluntarily chose 2D. The only thing 3D is good for is to shower love and affection on 2D. Wait, the only thing 3D is good for is to shower love and affection on 2D. Okay. Oh, and PVC
Give me
figures.
a break.
How are you not totally embarrassed to say that stuff? If you're so worried about your filmy's question of morality, there's a very easy solution. Whenever guys can cleaning duty, soccer can accompany them from picking up the trash to the disposal. What? If you're so innocent as you claim, where's the harm in it? No, that's not how it's supposed to do. Anyway, on another topic. Filmy, since you were on cleaning duty, I have a favor to ask. What? So now you suddenly want to join my party? Sorry, but you haven't triggered that flag yet. I mean, I haven't helped me recover from a past trauma, or save a village, or beat a boss. No, nothing like that. I was just hoping to get into the trash room and look around. Oh, okay. So easy. So Ifumi and I headed down to the trash room. Looking on the kid, didn't you? You know, when I look at it, it makes me think. They said he killed his wife. He learned how to get by on the inside, but he never stopped dreaming. But busy living or get busy dying, he said. So him and Rita, they found themselves a way out. Whatever, please just hurry up. Okie dokie, leave it to me. Okay, out of his pocket, and then...
Mr. Naegi!
Hello, Mr. Naegi. Says you ain't planning to use the trash room to destroy evidence, are you? You fiend, you planned this all along. No. I just wanted to see if the actual killer had to try and destroy any evidence or not. But the actual killer is you, isn't it? You want to see if you left anything behind. Wait, maybe a parallel world? Whatever, let's just hurry up and keep cooking. And keep looking. Keep cooking? What? See, this is how fucked my voice is sometimes, man. There's something on the ground in front of the incinerator. Looks like a burnt piece of something. Burnt piece, like a hunk? Like a hunk of burning love? Huh? Anyway, it's like a piece of clothing, the shape. It's like the sleeve from a button-up shirt. And now that I look at it, that's definitely blood on the cuff, which means it's all that left of some of the evidence that the killer destroyed. There are a lot of people here with white button-up shirts. This isn't enough by itself to figure out who the killer is. Oh, let's pray. Green button, yellow button. There's no doubt they're related to the big mechanism. Fucking hell. Shards of broken glass shattered around in front of the incinerator. Looks like it used to be some kind of glass ball, just about big enough to fit the palm of your hand.
Is this perhaps...
Is that? Do you know what this is? They say if you collect all 7, a dragon will appear and grant you a single wish. Kidding aside, it's kind of something you might see on a big city street corner. Gaze into it, and it will show you a glimpse of the future. Just like that Mina girl, who was on that quest to find that one guy. Yeah, I get what you're trying to say, but who did the particular ball belong to? There's only one person it could be. They should all still be in the gym. I'd better go find out. That crystal ball. The incinerator is way in the back part of the trash room. It's a good 30 feet away from here to the gate. Oh, and it's right on, and it's on right now. Did you see the green and yellow button next to the mouth of the incinerator?
Yes, indeed.
It's a pretty simple setup. You press the green button to get it going and the yellow button to turn it off. Sooner or later you'll be on cleaning duty, so make sure you learn this before you leave, okay? Huh? Someone turned the incinerator on? That's very strange. I'm quite certain it was off the last time I was down here.
Is it a fairy?
Perhaps it was the work of a fairy. Ifumi, do you realize what you just said? Huh? The fairy? No, you said that the last time you were here, the incinerator was off. Oh yes, about that. There can be no mistake. If I was to get the one thing going for me, it's my memory.
I feel as if...
Yesterday, as soon as I was appointed, I came down and checked the place out, and it definitely wasn't on then. I've been back to the trash room since then, and since I'm the only one who's been had a key to open the gate, it should be impossible for the incinerator to be open, and yet, so that means someone was able to switch on the incinerator without opening the gate. Well, how's that possible? This whole thing is quite strange indeed. When I was here last, the incinerator was off, and those glass shards and burnt clothes weren't. What does it all mean? Mr. Aggie? Will you be confessing soon? Why me?
I'm sure of it.
He already knows he did it. All the mysteries are being solved one by one. Sounds like he's living out one of these comic book fantasies. Alright. The one thing I couldn't figure out was how the incinerator was turned on because of the gate. Not knowing the size is inaccurate. Look at the gate and tell me if the ball. That is a good point. No, because when they said he threw the ball through the gate, like, huh, bro, like maybe it just fits through, but that's why you gotta be like the ultimate baseball style to do it. Hey, Hero, can I ask you something? No, I gotta get out of here, I've gotta break it. Hero, snap out of it! Makoto, what are you doing here? What? Hey, does this look familiar? Huh? That's my crystal ball! But it's all smashed, what the hell? I only bought it because the guy said it was blessed. He said it was unbreakable. So how did it break? Was it actually just made of glass and not crystal? That guy totally duped me. He said it belonged to the pillars of history. Genghis Khan, George Washington, Napoleon. He said whoever controlled that crystal ball controlled the world. Was that seriously all BS? Let's put that aside for now. So can you say without a doubt that this belongs to you? Yeah, that's mine for sure. I probably forgot it in the laundry room last night. Someone must have come by and snatched it. You left it in the laundry room? That means someone could have found it and taken it. Thanks, Hero. That's all I wanted to know. Sure. By the way, I'm almost afraid to ask, but how much did you pay for that thing? I think I saved up for fortune telling for 2 full years. Came out to be like $1 million. A million? That's pretty cheap, actually. I mean, considering if he gives you the power to control the world, that's just too stupid. I can't even feel bad for him. Here we go, baby. Shit.
I'm getting tired of waiting. What say we just get started, It's time for the long-awaited class
Class trial.
Now then, allow me to appoint a proper location for the proceedings. Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school.
Oh yeah, no, he's a crap character. And as I said before, I don't want to say too many spoily things on stream. Like I know you in chat are, and I don't mind that because it's just us two. But it's gonna be something that I want to like talk to any people who do watch the stream or the VOD that they can go through and not get spoiled. But yeah, it's very his character's not great. He's very stupid. Yeah. He's not even funny. Like he's not even a funny character or like does anything kind of good. He's just kind of there to be a dumbass. And it's just it's a bit of a shame. I wish there was more to him, but what it is. And he sucks in the anime. Dude, they literally hate him that much. He did nothing in the anime. He wasn't even in the main killing game there. It's so bad.
See you soon.
Alright. We're on the first floor. That's where I should go. No way. I have to go. You're late, Makoto. I've all been waiting for you. I bet you were afraid you would be discovered and the murderer, and you are.
Listen to me.
Let's not jump to the conclusion just yet. Save that for the class trial. There, we are all reveal the details of Makoto's crimes. So they really are convinced I did it, but I didn't do it. Me and Saika both know that's all too well. But then who is the killer? One who murdered Saika. Is it really one of us? Let's do it. First trial, baby. I'm actually so
Is
keen.
everyone here? Okay then. Please board the elevator.
I'm so glad they voice act the entire trial as well. It's so
to
good.
The courtroom, where all your fates will be decided. I'll meet you all
I haven't seen a picture of his
down
mum,
there.
or at least I can't remember what she looks like. I'm not talking to anyone. No choice but to get it on this elevator. Let us begin.
Yes, indeed.
Good idea.
Hey,
Are you scared? No, scared isn't
Makoto.
quite right. I said it before, but it's up to you to uncover the mysteries surrounding this case yourself. If you don't, you'll never come to grips with the truth. You uncover the truth of Saika's death? I didn't need someone else to tell me that, to do that. In Saika's honor, I swear I'll find out who the real killer is. As I raised my voice to try and give myself courage, I turned trembling with anticipation towards the elevator. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. Everyone else was already on the elevator. When I finally stepped on, the doors closed and the elevator started to move. The steel box descended with heavy clunking sounds towards the school's basement. I wonder if this is how a death row inmate feels when his time finally comes. But other than that, is it not more like a defendant waiting to receive his judgment? Oblivious to our shared anxiety, the elevator lowered us further and further into the bowels of the school. You finally arrived! What do you think? Does it feel like a real courtroom? It's like a Hollywood movie set, right? Not even close, it's total shit. Okay, everyone find your assigned seats and sit down. Hurry up now, hurry up. We did what he said and found our seats. The seats were arranged as a gigantic circle. It was set up so that everyone could see everyone else. Yeah, that's like Sekiro He's right in the middle of both of them, the dead. Damn. Which also meant it'll be easy for everyone to transfer their tension and unease onto anyone else. The air seemed to grow heavy as we sat there. And so the curtain on our first case opened. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly trial, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. Hell yeah. I love how trigger happy trials can be explained with I don't know who the killer is in perfect details. No, yeah, it's just Kyoko being like, I know exactly what happened, but you know, Makoto, I'll leave this up to you, G. Kyoko just knows everything all the time, and then he's like, but actually, I'm not gonna say anything. Makoto, though, you got this. Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate. I like how at least in the second, third, it's kind of like you like actually get to uncover most of it yourself, because I mean, when you have an ultimate question mark, but you know what I mean. We all know what she is. It's pretty obvious that she would find a lot of the evidence. So yes, I would love to save. I'm playing though. Yep. Set skills. I got one skill. No, I got two skills actually. No. Miller's voice. Increase damage to the opponent when a statement is destroyed. Effective during the bullet time battles. Yep. And trance. Even low combos will increase the tempo. Effective during the bullet time battles. Cost 4. The only one to have. I'm ready to go. Let's get straight into it.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
And the killer really is one of us, right?
Of course.
Okay then. Everyone, close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your hand.
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick? What's going on with those pictures?
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier.
Friendship penetrates?
Oh my god.
Okay,
Fumi, get the hell out of
but
here, bro.
What about that other empty seat? There were only 15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16
students?
seats?
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people. Okay, that about does it for the preamble. Get ready to get started.
Yeah,
First up is the case summary. Now, let the class trial begin.
So at the beginning of the debate, decided who I think the killer is. If I found anything I noticed, I have to be ready to speak up about everything, because this isn't just about me. Everyone's lives on the line. If it's not about to begin, would you like to hear more? Absolutely not at all. But I'm playing on main difficulty as well, like hardest difficulty. So you know, evidence of a struggle. I mean, I did kind of forget what the controls were though.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono.
Yeah, we know that part already.
And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
In the bathroom. So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong. Hell yeah.
Just a second, Chihiro. Try to remember how my room looked. With the way things had been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
A struggle? Between who and who?
Between Sayaka and the killer, of course.
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom? She must have been attacked in the main room first. Then, she ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
Yeah, she knows what's up.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining.
Sorry.
Okay, so what's next?
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial.
We need to what? Let's use this side, yeah. Yeah, let's go. Alright, how do I speed up on here? Kitchen knife set.
So what was used to kill her?
So let's open that.
There was some kind of sharp
So slow down the
object thrust
space
into
and
her
E.
stomach. Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon.
So the killer used some random knife they had on him.
No, that's wrong. No. I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Huh? A kitchen knife?
Hell no, they
After the murder, we
My
discovered
boy.
that one of the knives
Don't
from the
avoid my
kitchen was
ultimate
missing.
average ass bitch ass lucky student.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach. And if you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us? I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
That's right. Makoto's room was the scene of the crime.
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we've presented our arguments.
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not going to change that conclusion.
I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
You really believe that?
That's right, there's got to be a breakthrough somewhere. Just waiting for us to find it. Because I know damn well I'm not the killer. Do you want to learn about non-stop debates? Actually, it might, because they might give me controls. Yeah, that space. So I'll slow down. Steady aim, yep. Focus gauge. I don't know how to. Okay, it just told me how to slow down, which I already know. I just want to speed it up. Always account.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon. But where does that get us?
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right? He did it in secret, when nobody was in the dining hall.
No, that's wrong, bitch. That is wrong. That is wrong. Don't even try me. I'm Makoto Naoki, bro.
Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Next, you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
Well, there's the time in the kitchen last night. Blah, blah, blah. There's now sufficient tea and buried in the kitchen. Oh my god, one of my knives was gone. So we're saying the knives disappeared while you were drinking tea in the dining hall. Yeah. That's how they
Just
sound.
to be
They're
perfectly
they're
clear,
southern. They're
the
from
knife
the south.
disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Nah, you're joking.
Yeah, that's right.
It's done it again. Sorry, I can. Yeah, my webcam is a bit shit as well, and it sucks that this was the. It did it again. Maybe that might fix it. Oh no, it just turned off. Thanks, webcam. I love you, mate. It's an old shitty webcam from this fucking cheap ass store. I think what I have to do. Yeah, if you go back and watch my first stream, literally this is like the main problem, and I just like gave up. I just remember I just let it freeze, but fucking. Try that. Try to plug it back in again, really. Come on. Sorry, I'm just gonna put us back here. For fuck's sake. I actually hate this dude. I hate this stupid computer sometimes. I just don't get why this. It's just like, it's just a normal ass webcam. Just fucking work, bro. Like, I've had this problem ever since I started streaming as well with this webcam, like just going on and off. On and off and on and off. Just give me a break. Give me a fucking break, I say. You know what? If it is frozen and I can't get back on in the next couple minutes, then I'm just gonna. Oh, it says it's. Alright, well, it's detected on my settings, so it should come back on. There we go. Yeah, it just takes a bit sometimes to. Yeah, no, thanks for letting me know, bro. That will happen, and it probably will happen again. I'm surprised it actually hasn't happened in my last couple of streams. It happened all the time, my first one, but it hasn't been happening too much. Let's hope it doesn't happen again, but I'll keep an eye on it as well. Alright. Let's continue.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, he definitely wasn't there.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall, but I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Okay, then what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together and lying to protect each other?
Idiot swimmer girl? Oh, and
Yeah.
more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
But what if they did work together, and they just didn't know about the rule?
Ugh, good grief! Enough already! No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case! Oops! Did I say that out loud?
Anyway, I didn't go
Thanks,
to the
Mike, for that.
dining hall, and I didn't take the knife, so I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then, who did take the knife? Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall. No, no way! I swear it wasn't me!
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that? I can.
That's right. Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
Yeah, you might should have mentioned that first.
I
First
hate
about.
to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
Me.
Right.
But then, couldn't
Bruh.
either one of them
Awkward.
have grabbed the knife?
Actually, no. Because, well,
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay
Thanks,
over.
Sakura.
Which means we have airtight alibis.
Let's
You
go.
stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations?
We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms, but it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room, so I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem! A boy and a girl spending the night together? It's unwholesome!
But I'm a girl.
I'm a girl.
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry!
But if it wasn't either of you, then what
good
other
on you, babe.
possibility is there?
Fuck, it's so awkward. some of these
Actually,
people.
there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Oh, yeah, that's true. One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Yeah,
Well,
literally. though.
because they're not here anymore. Sayaka, she's the one who came to the dining hall. And then later, she wound up dead.
Psych. Okay, so the person that took the. Yeah. Monokuma.
I got it! Then,
Yeah, no shit, you got it.
Sayaka is
They
the one
just
who
said
took
it.
the knife?
That's the only possibility.
So
And
Sayaka took the
thinking
knife.
back on it, she
Oh my God,
was
Sayaka
acting
took the
kind of
knife?
unusual.
Well, they say Cycle's there.
When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen. As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely...
Hey
Person who
yo,
took the
same
knife
bed?
was the victim
Whoa.
herself.
Nah, you're joking. They can't be the same bed,
sure-
bro.
I'm
How do they even
sure
fit in
she
the
just
same
took
bed?
it for self-defense.
I feel like Sakura wouldn't
So you're
fucking
saying the knife
fit
she
over the bed.
took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it? In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
What?
See? He did do it after all.
No, you're wrong.
So, that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction? You possess a most terrifying talent.
If I don't do something, they're gonna blame me for the murder. Don't they understand? If they convict me,
Hold
everyone's
on.
gonna die.
It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you say? Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering. And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare
Thanks,
it is the
Kyoko.
killer.
Could just, explain it to them, but no.
Bewildering? What the hell are you
Gotta
talking about?
make it a fucking...
Something was missing from
bit
the scene of
cryptic,
the
bro.
crime that by all rights should have been there. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
First time in game, it's about to begin. Would you like to hear? Yeah, I probably will actually, because again, it's just more the controls. I know how to play it, I just forget the controls. These are the first important phrase related to the incident in question. You have to adjust the phrase from the letters flying around. Oh, is it just aim and point in this one? Yeah, okay, it's just aim and point. Use the mouse to aim. Yeah, okay. Engage. 70% should be in the crime, but wasn't. That must be the crucial point. Yeah, what is that? Alright, here we go. Actually, being honest, I just... Wait. Oh, I can't... shit. Oh, hair. That's right. I was like, what the fuck are we talking about again? First try. I played this before, it's the first case, I'm already...
Now I understand. That's right. There wasn't a single hair on the floor.
So
I...
the culprit removed some.
I'm also someone who doesn't really like Toko though. I liked her more when they did her review, twist, I'll say, because like I said, I don't want to say spoilers on... You can say spoilers in the chat, don't mind, but I don't really want to say on stream. Like, her twist, I think, was what makes it interesting, but before then, I didn't really care too much for her, and I did find it a little bit like, I get it, she's awkward and stutters, okay, but she's just kind of really rude as well, and, kind of like, I forgot her name in the second game, it's like her, the ultimate Japanese traditional dance or whatever. So that's just what I think about it. Not a big fan of her character. I do like her more though as the time goes on. So, and I haven't even played the spin-off. So, but I do like her as the game goes on. That's for sure.
Yes. And if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room? It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there. That makes sense, does it not?
No. If that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
Ha ha ha! Yes, very true, very true.
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Wait, then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Then
Sure.
Makoto isn't the culprit?
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
I would like to hear these reasons.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene? Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember
I sure do. Kiss in the bathroom. Oh,
I got it!
I got it!
Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're...
Huh? The
Oh,
doorknob?
doorknob.
What doorknob?
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
Bro should have just, when the door was like locked, he should just left,
what?
bro.
You're saying
and
he
then
wouldn't
told
break
everyone.
the door in his own room? But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
You still don't see? Okay then. Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
So, almost didn't notice it at first, but if that's the key point here, there's a bit more to learn about the onset debates. Sure. And then a weak spot will start to grow, yep. Okay, that's right. Okay, that's right. So there's weak points, there's more. Yeah. Okay. Bathroom door frame.
The incident took place in Makoto's room.
In
Sayaka was
Makoto's
first
room.
attacked in the main room.
Yep, that's right.
She then fled into the bathroom.
Yep.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
Yep.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door.
Down the door.
Because Sayaka had locked it.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong. She didn't lock it.
The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with locking bathrooms, right?
Yes, now that you mention it, that is true.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup, true as true can be. But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door.
Yeah, I do agree. I think Chiro would be an interesting one. That's for sure. I would like to have seen someone like Hina. You know, someone that... I think that would be interesting. What motive she would have had to kill someone.
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place? Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
Oh no, it's not what she's talking about. What detail? Sorry, because the door was locked.
I got it! The killer must not have realized that it was my room.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's inconceivable.
And yet,
Well,
he's
that ain't conceivable,
absolutely
bro.
right.
Say what?
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms, which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then
there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through.
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
definitely something I wouldn't do. since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening.
That is a definite possibility.
So
Yep,
the
you're
killer
wrong,
would
bitch.
have to be someone
You're wrong,
who didn't
Byakuya.
know they'd switched rooms?
Bitch, you are. I don't know.
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
Yeah, exactly!
Okay, then who did do it?
I'm sorry, but I give up. Quit without saving.
But
Shut up, Femi.
what happens if we can't decide on who we
No
think
else,
did
bitch.
it?
Well then, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules.
Majority rules? You really think that's a good idea?
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
Oh, you...
You don't gotta sound so
Oh, you.
disappointed.
It's
Yeah,
fine,
facts.
it's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
Good question.
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
Then... maybe someone picked the lock?
Negative! If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way. They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Miss Maizono just let him in.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place.
So Femi, bro, you don't know your
Oh,
place.
Why exactly can't that be it?
The reason there's no way so I can run the killer into the room. I already have the answer. Switching rooms.
I got it!
But
Because
switching rooms,
Sayaka
duh.
was already scared, remember?
Yeah, no, exactly. How do you make an
That's why
anti-lock
she
pick
asked me
door?
to switch
If
rooms
it's
in
got a
the
lock
first
on it,
place.
you can pick any lock, technically, so... I don't know. It's like oh, yep. Got it.
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
Man, I can't believe this, bro.
What if her being scared was a lie?
Huh?
Huh?
What the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
I know you don't want to consider it,
Nah,
but
she
look
shouldn't lie
at
about
this
that, dude. Come
and
on,
tell
man.
me. Can you still deny the possibility?
Just the two of us.
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil. And these are the words that appeared.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows. When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
Huh?
Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
No, I didn't. But
of course you didn't, because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
It just says her name, bro.
But why?
It's only a signature.
Why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist?
I thought you were into 2D girls.
Into
Yeah.
2D, so it
Yeah,
wouldn't have
thought
any
so.
effect
There we
on
go,
me.
There you go.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note?
Yep, that's it, mate. They're all taking
And then
Moniku's
if-
words to heart.
Even if they did,
Because
I do not
why not?
think they are at all involved in what happened. Huh? What makes you say that? Would you like to hear what I have to say? Very well then. Pay attention.
Right. Yeah. Door nameplates.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct? But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in. So in other words, even if someone did read the note and did what it said, they would not have any connection to what happened.
It certainly would seem that way.
Damn. This is the clear into my room and not Sayaka's spot. What the note said. Must be because...
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct?
Yeah, we switched rooms.
But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
Oh, fuck me.
Shoot!
Shit. Oops, my bad,
Sayaka and Makoto switched
Bobby.
rooms, correct?
I'm a bit silly
but in the note,
sometimes.
the place they were asked to come to,
It's probably the last one then.
specifically says, my room.
Well, yeah, it says my room. I don't know why I
see.
did that.
So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly.
The room that Makoto... No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong. So that I misread it. My bad. Sorry, guys.
The
We're
nameplates on
making
my
too
and
many of those
Sayaka's
mistakes.
rooms got switched.
They got switched?
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right. Okay, then who did it?
No one reason.
I got it! Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms. So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note.
That's crazy. Yeah,
She
check the
specifically
nameplates.
tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
But why would she
Yeah.
switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
What happened
That
then
is a
was
question.
probably whoever she invited over came in and
Attacked her! We figured it out! We know who did it! Whoever she invited over is the culprit!
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot!
Yeah, fucking hell.
Sayaka
Dumbass.
fought with her killer there in the room, yes?
Such a Morris tune, you can't figure that out.
Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
Well...
I got it!
The fucking wrist
All
is
you
gone,
have to
man.
do is take a
That
good
dough,
look
eh?
at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear.
Got a broken wrist and
Right
some gold
there
on it.
where her wrist is all swollen. There's something glittery there.
Is that gold?
It sure is. Specifically, the gold...
How do you think, like, if this was, like, happening, and there's all this evidence showing, because people not everyone's investigating it, so they're, like, saying, oh, is that gold? They're looking at the picture. Are they just, like, is there just, like, a big board somewhere that's just showing all this stuff, like, in-universe? Because for us, it just pops up on the screen, so, I don't know, it's a good good thing to point. Do you have a fact about that at all, Shadow? If you don't know, then search it up.
You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword, right there on her wrist!
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
Alright, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
In the room. Well, that's Saga's death. That's what we need to make clear. There's been more to learn about non-stop debates. Yeah, sure. These non-stop debates, yep. Wait, hold on, what was that? By the way, if logic difficulty is set to kind, fewer bullets will be loaded in. Okay. For our purpose this time, logic. Well, yeah, this one's set on mean. So I'm only like fucking 10 bullets or some shit loaded in.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
That's definitely a sneak attack.
That's what broke Miss Maizono's wrist.
So she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away.
But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened.
I'm trying to remember which one it is. The sword was used first, and then the knife came afterwards. Is that really the order of events?
When the fighting broke out,
I always forget which exact one it is. Girl took this from the gym, and she went. So I think it's the sheath.
And that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
Yeah.
No, that's wrong. Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Huh? Why not?
Huh? Why not? I love that reaction. Oh, Celeste is my queen. Celeste is great. She is a good character. That's a good point. Yeah, they just pass it, or at least they have their own e-handbook, and it just has all the evidence loaded up. That also makes sense as well. So that's probably what it is. Also depends on the pro tag writing the trick bullets, or is it the handbook automatic? It's probably him finding it and then like recording it down as evidence, is my guess. The sword sheath has been scratched.
There's a gash in it, like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Stop jumping ahead! Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath. If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
I think I get it! So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere, then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening. So she grabbed the sword to defend herself. But then the culprit took that from her too. Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
What? How the hell can you not
Her
think that?
hands didn't have gold
Because
on
she
it.
never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
I got it!
Palms, right?
You're
Palms only
talking
gold on
about
it.
her palms, right? The palms of
She
her
would've grabbed
hands
the
were
sword.
perfectly clean. So I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
Sorry, but I don't think so.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
No, that's not it at all.
Tiger, you need to chill. Looks like I washed the gold coating off her hands because...
I got it!
What was that?
According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's
I don't think she should be
time of
washing
death
her
was
hands
around
like
1:30
whilst getting
a.m.
killed. I don't think she should be like going to the bathroom, you know, has the gold on her hands like shit. I need to wash up whilst I'm fucking getting killed right now.
In other
I don't
words,
think that's gonna happen.
at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower here yet.
Oh my.
You're no different. You smell like a big fat ugly donkey.
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
An insult, obviously.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means the killer is the only one who used the sword. But hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was...
I got it! Sayaka? She had the kitchen
had the
knife?
kitchen.
But we already said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Then the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka?
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
No, far from
Yeah.
it.
Good
It's
twist. That's
almost
a good
as
twist. I
if
like that. She
She'd
attacked
been
first.
planning to commit a murder of her own. She took the knife
What?
from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in. And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation...
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct? Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room, where she was staying. And by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto. But for that to work, the target had to be lured out, while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
So all that's why she switched the names?
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky? For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior. I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
Holy shit!
But in the end, her plan backfired. She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That
Why
must
would
be
she-
when her wrist got broken,
She picked the wrong
and she was
person, bro.
forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her,
It's a fucking
and she
athlete.
died at the
No.
hands of the one she
I
planned
don't know why
to
she didn't
murder.
pick her like a girl.
Just hold on!
But,
That
yeah.
can't be true! Because... Because...
Hey! Hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument. You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it. Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery. If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
No. Alright. Make your argument.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
No, that's wrong.
That is absolutely wrong.
There still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
Dining? Wait, what did you say?
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember? 11037.
Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask, can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
Oh shit, it was left.
I got it! Her left index finger had blood on it. That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
That's right.
Sure. I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still, what the heck do those numbers mean? 11037?
Hey, Chihiro. You're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
Of course. It's because they're not numbers.
Oh, yeah, it looks like...
Huh? What?
No, it's just... look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers. Don't these first two, 1-1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
Ah, you're right. The connecting line is barely there, so I assumed it was 1-1. But looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
Whoa, you might have finally just said something worth a
Dude,
shit.
Leon is quaking in his boots right now, bro. Leon's like, what the fuck? N037, I don't know what that means.
N037 doesn't make any more sense than before.
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
Oh my god. Now I see. She wrote down the killer's name.
Huh? You just shot past the clue part and right onto who did it.
So, whose name did she write?
That's what the killer's name is. Haha.
Here's my answer. The key to solving this mystery was simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees. If you turn the message around, it becomes the letters L-E-O-N. L-E-O-N. Or more accurately, Leon.
What? What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence. It's just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
So you're done.
No.
Psycho, it's a
it's not
suicide.
random at all.
Yep. Yep, Psycho commits suicide, bro, and then wrote down Leon.
She
Like,
wrote
dude,
that
that'd be
message
crazy.
on the wall behind her as she
That'd
was
be
leaning
crazy.
up against it. In that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down, as it were. And as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped. Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
Hmm?
That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me. I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
If you're not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Huh?
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto?
Oh,
The
fuck.
evidence Leon tried to get rid of?
I mean, you could just say it, Kyoko, but I guess I'll say it. Is it going to tell you? Exactly sweet.
I got it! You mean, the burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right?
As the killer stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on them. And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator.
Well, I'm surprised not no one actually like that. Like for example, Leon writing the numbers and using reverse psychology. But we gotta remember that Sayaka did write it. Like, it'd be interesting if then someone wrote it. They could have like maybe taken Sayaka's hand, because they're not doing DNA testing or fingerprint testing on the body. So like they take the hand, then place it in the blood, then try and write it with her hand, and then or even they could write it, but then just put a bit of blood in Sayaka's hand. Looks like that she wrote it. That could be interesting. And then there's like Leon, but it's like wait, no, but it was me. That'd be kind of cool. Because Leon's an easy name to spell, so.
But one piece burned off and got left behind.
And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
But is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up.
That's right. There are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine. With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belonged.
You're right. That alone isn't enough. But there are some other points that may reveal the truth.
Are you finally starting to understand? The answers to all the riddles are right here.
Yeah, I think so. I got it! If you look closely at how the shirt was disposed of, we should be able to figure out who the killer is.
That's crazy, bro. Bro threw a fucking bunched up
that's
shirt
a good point.
like a baseball.
I think I know what you're gonna say.
All the way that far through gates and got it in.
You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right? And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either. You'd need the key to get in. And the one with the key was the person on cleaning duty. So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash.
Interesting.
Prison Leon. Crystal ball, bro.
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
So the only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator in order to destroy the...
No, that's wrong.
Doesn't he get close? Not the ultimate baseballer.
Hold on. I think I know how someone could dispose of the evidence without using the trash room key.
But if you can't get past the gate, you couldn't possibly turn on the incinerator, could you?
Yes, you could. If you used this.
What is it, some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball, but,
But how would you use it?
I got it!
Roll it.
The killer simply took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate. All they had to do was hit that switch, and the incinerator would come to life.
Someone threw a gap in the gate?
Remember what you said before, Hifumi?
So it's an incinerator. Very certain. Perhaps it was the work of a fairy.
Hifumi had the key. So the only way the incinerator could have been turned on without his knowledge was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate. Once they'd gotten the incinerator going, all they had to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in.
Hey, come on! What the hell is this?
All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer never actually went inside the trash room. The shards of broken glass, the incinerator left running,
that's some good evidence.
the piece of shirt that escaped the fire.
I like when they use the actual ultimate skills to commit murder.
The
I think it's so
would have
good.
been taken care of much more thoroughly.
Wait, no, just hold on.
But the distance from the gate to the incinerator has to be at least 30 feet, right? The pinpoint accuracy you'd need to throw a glass ball that far and hit something that small. Could someone really do that?
That's right. There's no way. It'd be impossible.
Difficult, absolutely. Impossible? I don't think so. Because the killer is...
Ultimate baseball. Fanfic creator.
I got it! Because the killer is the ultimate baseball star. Isn't that right, Leon?
Do you have any idea how stupid you sound right now?
A target 30 feet away would surely be little challenge for the ultimate baseball star.
You can't be serious. I'm not the killer. These goddamn shipper brains have got it all wrong, I'm telling you.
You still won't admit it? Okay then, Makoto. Go ahead and review the incident one more time to make his crime perfectly clear.
Closing
and
statement.
with that, we can end this.
Listen to me! What the hell do you mean, end this?
Say what you want, Leon. But all the questions have been answered. And the truth has been revealed. Now here's what happened.
Again. No, I think it'll be fun. Yes, I just click in place. So. Wait, oh no, that's locked. No, no, no. Oh yeah, it's already there.
Here's exactly what happened.
I think I got it right.
I think I'd better take one more look back at the case from the beginning. Last night, the killer went to the room Sayaka was in. In other words, my room.
If it's filming at the Death Note, bro, that'd be crazy. The Death Note in Danganronpa, you can't, like, unless you find the Death Note as evidence, then how can someone find out? That'd be OP as fuck. Oh yeah.
But then something happened that she wasn't prepared for. They grabbed the fake sword I put in my room and fought back. During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist. And that's when she lost her grip on the kitchen knife. Finding herself cornered, Sayaka panicked and ran into the bathroom. The killer went after her, but couldn't get the bathroom door open. What they didn't know was that my bathroom door got stuck easily.
Saul Goodman in Danganronpa would be the ultimate fucking. I think it would be the ultimate lawyer, bro. The literally ultimate lawyer, like in Project Eden's Garden. Dude, that'd be so sick.
So instead, the killer forced the door open, took the kitchen knife, and stabbed Sayaka. But with what strength she had remaining, Sayaka left a dying message. To keep the killer from noticing, she wrote it on the wall behind her. And with that, all her strength was gone. With Sayaka dead, the killer quickly began destroying the evidence. First, they took off their shirt, which was covered in their victim's blood. Then they took the lint roller in my room and cleaned up the entire area. They wanted to make sure they got rid of any trace they'd ever been there. Afterwards, the killer headed to the trash room to destroy their bloody shirt. They tried to burn the shirt using the incinerator there, but the trash room was blocked off by an especially sturdy gate, preventing access to the incinerator. So
they just hid in his room, bro. Because who would look in his room for evidence?
Which he left in the laundry room.
I mean, that's what they'll do. Unless everyone found out they didn't have enough evidence, they're like, alright, we're checking everyone's room.
The killer managed to throw the ball through the gap in the gate and hit the incinerator switch. For any normal person, that'd be an impossible throw. But the killer had the confidence to take a shot. And that's because the killer was the ultimate baseball star. The crystal ball, thrown with absolute precision, hit the switch on the incinerator, which then quickly roared to life. Having destroyed the final piece of evidence, they left the area with, I imagine, a sigh of relief. But there was one thing they missed.
God damn it, Leon.
Part of the shirt they'd thrown into the fire burnt away and fell out of the incinerator. The killer didn't notice this, and so left behind a piece of indisputable evidence.
Depending on the evidence they have against Junko, no. Junko is a despicable human being, so I don't even think Soul can defend her.
It would appear that Hiro simply forgot his crystal ball in the laundry room. You went there to try and wash the blood out of your shirt, and that's where you saw it, right? Seeing the ball, you thought of a way to take care of everything.
So, Leon, do you object to anything that's been said?
Do I object? Hell yes, I object! Of course I do! I object! I object! I object! I mean, all of this is just a bunch of stupid theories! You need evidence! Where's the evidence? Without evidence, it's all bullshit! It's bullshit and I refuse to acknowledge—
Well then, I guess
Mate,
this is as
plenty
good
of
a time
evidence,
as
bro.
any to
Plenty
present
of
the
evidence.
evidence that proves you did it. Makoto, I believe you're in possession of that evidence.
Sure, I don't remember the controls. That's right, it's a time thing. Does it just click right? So, yeah, fucking rhythm games, bro. I suck at rhythm games, man. Press your button, bro. Press the right click button to lock on. That's right, and then okay, do damage to your opponent. Gotcha. Shoot it down with a true bullet and it's on. Okay, cool.
When the killer broke the bathroom doorknob, they didn't use anything from your room to do it. So what did the killer use?
I refuse to acknowledge you. You're stupid. Stupid, 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 stupid!
Alright, so it's...
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lie.
Oh shit, I lock in. Fucker.
Shut up. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. You lie. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lie. Shut up. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance.
Well, that's so locked in right now.
You lie. Where's your proof? This should prove it.
Toolkit, bro. Where's the toolkit?
The screws on the bathroom
Yeah, that was pretty
doorknob
bad. I
were
should not
removed.
take damage though.
I wonder what kind of tool the killer used to remove them.
I mean, it had to be a screwdriver, right?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure the toolkits we got each had one inside.
And that must be what he used. There aren't any other tools anywhere.
But the toolkit in my room had clearly never been used.
That's because the culprit didn't know it was your room. They thought they were in Sayaka's room.
Only the boys got toolkits, so the killer naturally assumed there wouldn't be one in there.
Okay, then whose toolkit did the killer use?
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
It had to be their very own.
Stupid, 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 stupid!
Leon, would you mind showing us your toolkit? If I'm right about this, then the screwdriver will show some evidence of being used.
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
Huh? And if you say you used it for something else, you'll have to explain exactly when, where, and why.
And let me say this right now. I lost it isn't an excuse at this point.
Stupid. Stupid.
Poor Leo, man. This poor man, look at him, dude. He's fucking
So,
having one.
you have no rebuttal?
That's what you get for murdering someone, bro.
We are finished here.
I mean, it was self-defense. Could have just, like you said, Shadow. You could have just walked away and said, "Oh, he tried to kill me," and then problem solved. But. And so it's done, mate. A's all around. A's not perfect though, because I did take some damage, like a fucking dumbass. 98 coins. I forget you a lot of coins. Okay.
Looks like you've reached your verdict. Then are we ready to cast our vote? You all have a lever in front of you. Use it to make your selection. Oh, just to remind you all, make triple sure you vote for someone. You wouldn't want to be punished for something so minor, right? Okay, then...
Jersey. The knife because someone else used it. That is a great point, Shadow. You know, I guess that's where they come. It's where she comes from as a villain. She just says, "Well, the world made me do it. You know, this is what the world can make. This is what the world can have. This is what despair is. I'm the ultimate despair of that. You know, that's just, you know, if the world wasn't as it was, then I wouldn't do it." So I get what you mean by that, but she's still a crazy bitch, though. She's still a crazy bitch. Ain't no artistically taught. But you reckon if Sol Goodman made that argument, then she would get let off for the crimes she's done? I don't know about that, Chief.
Who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice? Or the dread... What's it gonna be?
What's it gonna be indeed? We got it. Back in the cast of Sayaka is none other than Leon Kawada.
Huh?
Huh?
Hey, hold on.
Oh, hold on a second. Leon, did you really kill Sayaka? I don't believe it.
Son of a bitch!
Son of a bitch, what the hell's wrong with you?
I didn't have a choice.
I didn't have a choice. It was
So
kill or be killed.
That's why...
I killed
None
her
of you
first.
are any different!
One wrong step and you were on the same thing standing here. There's a complete chance that would wind up like this.
Unlucky. That's all.
Ugh.
Hey! Come on!
Hey, come on, you expect me to just accept my death? Unclear. But when I think about it, honestly, I'd better off if it would have been wrong. What we come up with really is the truth, and the truth is that Psycho was trying to frame me. But what if that's true? I can't say she was wrong. After all, the mastermind. It's all because of that video. You know, I can handle what I saw there. If it was her and the video actually came something to do with me, I can't even imagine. Oh, yeah, that's probably waiting for me.
Why?
Why? I'd be stuck in here. One thing that was more important to her than anything was her dreams of friends. To see something like that happen to them. And Sayaka. Do whatever it took to reach that dream. I mean, even some things that weren't so pleasant. That's why Sayaka, for the friends that meant so much to her. That's why she betrayed me. So when she said,
No matter what happens, please always be there for me. I need you on my side.
she was lying to me from the very beginning. She was using me. Is that why she talked to me in the first place? I guess I'll never know. Because there's nothing I can do to ask her what she was thinking. Once you're dead, that's it. Boy howdy, the entertainment industry must sure be terrifying right now. I mean, to try and kill someone just because of those relationships? She seems so nice and lovely at the outside, but inside she descended into pure madness. What did you say? I understand, really I do. Yep. You're in utter despair, thanks to Sayaka's betrayal, right? Compassion, intimacy, love. The stronger those feelings, the stronger the despair when they collapse. Stop screwing with us. It's all your fault. Sayaka being forced to do something like that. All of it, everything. It's all your fault. Suddenly the frenzy lunged at Monokuma, but
That's enough.
That's enough. Sayaka as I looked, Kyoko latched into my arm without hesitation. Her grip was like iron strong enough. It was pure. I was sure it would leave a bruise.
Calm down.
If you really want to make your enemies pay for what they've done, you need to let it go for now. Damn it! That's right, what a close one. I thought for sure you were gonna give me a good whooping. Just barely avoided punishment, you know. Now then, since you all magnificently revealed the identity of the killer during the class trial, the Black-Eyed Liam Connor will receive his punishment.
Punishment? You mean execution? Wait a second!
I didn't have a choice. I had to kill her.
That's it.
I was to protect myself in the heat of the moment. It was self-defense. How exactly was it self-defense? When you forced your way to the bathroom, did you not use your very own toolkit? After she shut herself into the bathroom, you went out of your way to head back to your own room. And you came all the way back, broke into the bathroom, and killed her. Am I wrong?
Do you understand?
You had any number of chances to stop. What were you doing? But you chose not to. It is not because you had an unclouded intent to commit murder.
That's why...
No, that's not it. Stop it. I've had enough of this. Oh, are you sure? You were closer to her than anyone, were you not? You killed your person, Sayaka. Do you understand? I don't say Lena was solely to blame. Of course I don't plan on blaming Sayaka either. Of course I don't plan on blaming Sayaka either because the one blame is him. So if it weren't for you, this never would have happened to Sayaka or Leon. We should be fighting each other. We should be fighting against the one who put us in this situation, the mastermind. Oh, did you awaken to your sense of justice? Well, it just so happens that there's nothing more unethical than an unwavering sense of justice. After all, the people with that sort of mentality are the perpetrate war all over the world. Is that the kind of justice that's awakened within you? Just shut up, shut up! Okay, well, anyway, more importantly, let's hurry up and get them what everyone's been waiting for, the punishment!
I'm begging you, please, don't do this!
Hey,
no more begging, no more excuses, you must pay the penalty for breaking the rules society demands it.
Stop, please!
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment!
A punishment for Leon Quad, the ultimate baseball star!
No, 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 no!
Oh, poor guy.
Let's give it
I like it, bro.
everything we've got!
It's punishment time! I love it, dude. I love it. I don't know why he was. Did we even find out why he was chosen again? Chosen by Sayaka? I forgot. I don't agree. I think the most sympathetic one is probably Mondo. Spoilers, by the way. That would be my one for the most sympathetic. Or Gunther in chapter 4 of V3. Those would be mine, in my opinion. I think Leon, again, because Leon knew what he was doing. Yes, he's fucking like, he's actually sad because he has to die. And I think generally he's like, oh shit, maybe I did the wrong thing. But at the end of the day, he automatically chose to do that. Not just, self-defense at first, but he could have stopped. Pretty violent, you know, it's a pretty good first execution. I like the scene of them all looking at him, just dead. I think that's so good. So well done. So the real reason why it was because Sayaka was jealous of Leon. Sayaka had to work her ass off to become a pop star. Leon just coming in with his talent and not even appreciating it. Was he even a good musician though? Like, we never knew much about it. I guess if I maybe did free time events with him, I could have known. But like, we really didn't know much about Leon. He's like, yeah, I want to be a musician and a singer or whatever. But like, I don't know, I didn't really hear much from him. So, but yeah, that's an interesting point. What we saw. That was the true face of despair. I mean, if we can't call that that, what else could it call it?
Extreme!
Woohoo! Extreme! Man, my adrenaline is pumping right out of control. What's going on? I can't take this anymore. Do we really have to keep doing this? I just can't take it. Well, hey, if you don't like it, all you gotta do is swear to cut all ties with the outside world and accept living here forever. Well, that's only if every single one of you can get on board with that.
Damn you!
Man, fuck you! Why the fuck you have to do this evil shit to us? Evil? You make it sound like I'm some dark, awful secret society type of guy.
Wait, what?
Or in this case, a dark, awful secret society type of bear? So why are you putting an upstanding young citizen like me through such a grueling ordeal? It seems like you're trying to use common sense to make sense of something that doesn't make sense. That's like trying to put a mile on a scale. I don't think it's possible. Hey, I don't really think what you're saying and what I'm saying quite fit together.
Shit.
You piece of shit. I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna pound your ass into the ground. Pooh-hoo! You must really hate me to get so angry, huh? But if you do that, you're barking way up the wrong tree. What happened? Happened because more than one of you decided you wanted to get out, right? No matter how much the time passes, you can't cut free of your regrets from the outside world. You're to blame. Of course we can cut free of the outside world. Being trapped in this same place. You're trapped, are you? Well, I'm sure you learn all the mysteries of the school. Your thinking will change for sure. You'll think, boy, isn't it so wonderful how we all got to live here together?
What does this mean?
What are you trying to say? I feel like there's some deeper meaning hidden there. Just like before.
Thrills! Chills!
Let's get back in punishment. That's what everyone here is waiting for.
Hey.
When you say everyone, who exactly are you referring to? Oh, sorry. I said everything. I've got this. Oh, sorry. I said everything I gotta say. Oh, I gotta set up all the major things early on, like that. I didn't save some of the fun for later. Just like that, he was gone. Because they're overwhelmed by a nightmare turned reality. Even after he was gone, we stood there forever, unable to move. Actually, no, it wasn't that long, I think. Everyone just lost this sense of time. We were all just too scared. Scared of being alone. No one tried to speak. Face was stone, the voice was dead. But it was in that moment.
Just a second.
Makoto, can I talk to you for a second? She moved close and whispered into my ear. Before we head back, there's something I want to talk to you about. It's about Psycho, isn't it? I'm surprised you figured it out. I told you before the class trial started, you had to figure out the mystery of this case yourself. You wanted me to realize how Psycho betrayed me by myself, didn't you? The thought of never being crossed my mind, I feel like such a fool, becoming such an easy target like that. Psyche meant to double cross you, that's a fact, that they can never change. But even to the very end, she wasn't sure of her decision, that's why. As she lay dying, she was thinking of you. She was thinking of me? You can't just say something like that. I mean, there's no way you can know that. Only Psyche would know that for sure, and we can't ask her now. Even if you can't ask her, you can infer it, don't you think? Her final thought was how she could protect you. What?
So...
The fact that she used her last ounce of energy to leave her dying message proves it. If she didn't care what happened to you, she never would have left that message. Well, maybe she just wanted to get back at the person who killed her? That's certainly one possibility, but I don't think that's what it was. She was uncertain. She wasn't sure she could kill someone or deceive you, which is why her plan failed. Her hesitation attracted failure. It's almost ironic when you think about it. Why are you telling me this? Because you're the kind of person who can overcome this. Because you can move past the deaths of your friends, Saika and Leon, and keep moving forward. Without someone like that, the others would never be able to break free of such a desperate situation. I mean, how does she know that though? How does she know that, like, Makoto's like, I can do this? I mean, I'm the protagonist, but like, so you don't know that in the story? Move past the deaths? I could never do that. No. I'm not going to carry them with me for the rest of my life. How could I possibly move past something like that? Leon, Sayaka, I'll carry them with forever. I'll carry their memories with me until I go. Wherever I go. So instead of forgetting them, you're choosing the hard road? Well, I have high expectations for you. As she said that, she revealed a small smile. By the way, I have to admit, I'm curious. How did you know I wanted to talk to you about Sayaka? Oh, well, I'm psychic.
What?
Huh? Kidding. I just have pretty good intuition. Not bad for a first chapter. And then there were 12. Only 10. 12. To be continued. You see the spare bat present? Yes! I mean, who would want that though? Yes, of course I plan on saving. know what this means? We are done for the night. That's another stream of Danganronpa. I definitely will play some more. Either maybe tomorrow. So stay tuned for that if you want to come back and watch Shadow. And thank you again for you stayed for the whole stream this time, man. You know, second stream you came in late, third stream you came in late, and then this time you stuck the whole time. Fucking thanks heaps, man. Oh well, I think you might have just left, but that's okay. Anyway, well, if you watch the vlog back, I appreciate it so much, Shadow. You've been such a legend. And again, I know I'm not, you know, I'm still a bit of an amateur. You know, I'm not as engaging. I need to get better at engaging with the audience a bit more. I just kind of read the comments. That's it. I kind of got to do a bit more like commentary and stuff. I think that's where I'm struggling a bit. But if I can get better at the commentary stuff and make it a bit more interesting and bring more conversation to what's happening, I'm down. I think it'll be good. But anyway, I think we'll end it there. Let's leave on my face cam for now. And we'll get out the game. Because it is almost 3 o'clock. Just like last night. It's a late one. But I'm fine with it being late. That is fine by me. Because that's how it be sometimes. Anyway. Have a good night, guys. And I'll bloody see you in the next one. Alright. Bye.